Good morning, everyone. I'm Mary with Mary Greeley News. Thank you for joining me. A little while ago, 11:25 Universal Time, which would be about 4:25 a.m. their Pacific Coast Time, you guys had a magnitude 3.2 earthquake in the state of Washington near Amanda Park. It wasn't too long ago, so there hasn't been any felt reports. It was 32.3 kilometers in depth. So that would be about 19 miles below sea level. All earthquakes are measured from sea level. Using Google Earth, here's the location of that earthquake, and I've talked about how rivers and streams often follow fault lines. But what's interesting, this is close to an area where there is a fault line going all the way across, which is capable of having a very large earthquake. You can see here Toe Jam Hill. And as a scarp, it's an area where one side of the fault line rose up and the other side dropped down. There is not a moment tensor ball USGS has put out for this earthquake, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that it's probably gotten a little bit more active. And like I said, it is capable of having a very large earthquake. Here we have a map on geology.cwu.edu. We got the Seattle fault, and with the we also have the Tacoma fault. Here we have a up-close view of the Seattle fault right there. There's Toe Jam Hill Scarp, and then down here we got the Tacoma fault zone. The Seattle fault was recognized as a significant seismic hazard in 1992. Over 1,000 years ago, it had a magnitude 7 earthquake in that location. I've talked about this fault line in other videos and how when that earthquake occurred over 1,000 years ago, the Native Americans of that area still talk about it. How an eagle had a battle with a sea serpent. More than likely, because of the earthquake, there was a tsunami. A study done in 2002 showed that if they had a magnitude 7 earthquake in that area along that fault zone, at that time, they figure at least 80 bridges in the Seattle and Tacoma area would be damaged. The Seattle fault would create more damage than, say, a magnitude 9 on the Cascadia fault zone. Hard to believe, huh? Something else to consider: the larger the earthquake, the longer the shaking would last. And as you know, earthquakes often do trigger earthquakes on other fault zones. So heaven forbid they got the 7-point magnitude earthquake along the Seattle fault. Yeah, you got a chance that the Tacoma fault line would also rupture. And this area would be inundated. You would have areas that would sink. You would have areas that would rise up, because this is a scarp type of fault. Depending on what time of the day or night the earthquake happened, would be significant too, for deaths and injuries, etc. So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you for subscribing. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.